Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hagen Hylick, and today I'm going to entertain you guys and inform you guys the effects of obesity. On July 14th, I was at the doctor's office, 2016. I remember that appointment like it was yesterday, 9 a.m. sharp. My doctor, Stephanie Waldrop, called me in and said, "Come on, let's do your regular tests and other stuff." So she put me on the scale. I weighed about 165. She measured my height. I remember a few weeks earlier, my mom was like, "Hagen, something's not right about your weight. You're much more tired than usual. You're always sleeping. What's wrong?" The doctor revealed that I was mildly obese. BMI was 31. Then after that, she recommended tests such as glucose and other stuff. I was shocked and scared. The only thing I could think about was, oh my gosh, my grandfather died of this, and I could never see him ever again. My mother has it, and every day she's crying and complaining about her glucose levels, starving herself each morning just to take a simple test. And my grandma, she barely has help. She's on the verge of death just because of this obesity and diabetes. Obesity leads to many horrible health problems, which some of them are extremely detrimental to our health. Some are obesity, diabetes. Diabetes and obesity leads to diabetes, heart disease, low self-esteem, and even death. So please, take a stand. Okay, so now that I've presented a brief overview to everyone, let's start talking about diabetes. According to Harvard University, 85% of diabetics are obese. Due to this huge stigma, being underweight or even a healthy weight during this day and age is a minority. Furthermore, diabetes is caused by an extra amount of pressure placed on your normal amounts of insulin. Insulin is a hormone that's created in your pancreas that regulates your amount of glucose. When there is an excessive amount of fat on your body, you will usually not have enough amounts of insulin to travel all the way around in a healthy amount. Therefore, with a consistent lack of insulin, you will get diagnosed with diabetes. So imagine yourself every morning sticking a little stick into your finger that's very painful just to get some blood out and see if you're still diabetic or not. Would you guys want to do that? The next issue is low self-esteem. At one point, I started to understand why people used to not really look at me as beautiful. 21% of obese women show symptoms of depression, anxiety, and eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia. Anorexia is an eating disorder where you starve yourself for long amounts of time just in attempts to lose weight. Obesity and anorexia are related because both concerns are about body image. When you're obese, you seem to have a bad body image according to America and social problems. With this in effect, it will cause you to lower your confidence by choosing not to eat in futile attempts to fix your body image. Would you want to starve yourself just to please someone else? Another long-lasting effect that stems from obesity is heart disease. When you're obese, it can affect your HDL levels, or high-density lipoproteins. Those transport all fat molecules throughout the bodies of water that are outside of the cells. This is where math skills come important. The lower your HDL levels are, the higher the chance of a heart disease or heart failure. The higher your HDL levels are, which are usually in normal weight people or underweight people, the lower your risk is. According to the CDC, 47% of Americans who suffer from heart disease are also obese. See how that correlates? Being obese makes your heart work much harder than it should. Therefore, this explains that you shouldn't stress yourself, or else your heart will get stressed out and you'll end up dying of early heart failure. So as you can see, being obese not only stresses out your self-esteem or risks you for diabetes, it also stresses out your heart, which is really bad because your cardiovascular system is very important to the body. Lastly, a sandwich combination, as you can see here, is death, prematurely. Premature death means dying way before you're expected to. For example, your life expectancy is about 70 years old, you die at around 50 or even 40 just because of obesity. According to the Lancet, those who are obese are 3 times more likely to die of premature death than those who are a healthy weight. Out of the top 5 death causes in the United States, obesity hovers around number 2 for premature deaths. I think that's very bad. According to Richard Peto, a college professor of medical statistics and epidemiology at the University of Oxford located in England, statistically, he means to say that out of all the deaths in the United States, 300,000 come from obesity. If people changed their lifestyles years before this would even happen, those numbers would be much lesser than they are now. In short, the numerous tragic issues such as diabetes, low self-esteem, heart disease, and even death all come from one simple thing: obesity. Not working out, not eating healthy, not feeling confident in yourself, sometimes not even socializing with people. High blood sugar levels, all of that, just because of obesity. So please, everyone, I'm begging you, don't become obese. Don't audition for 600 pounds and over, that television show, because you will ruin your life just to be on a TV show. Don't do it. It'll mess up your health. Thank you.